a surrogate for Kamala Harris was on CNN today.
Would it kill you guys to have a press conference? Why hasn't she had a press conference?
Listen, the Vice President and Governor Walz have been busy crisscrossing this country.
Rewind.
Kill you guys to have a press conference? Why hasn't she had a press conference?
Listen, the Vice President and Governor Walz have been busy crisscrossing this country since the launch of this campaign and adding Governor Walz to the ticket. You saw the ways in which they went across the battleground states last week, generating rallies of thousands, 10,000 here, 15,000 there. But
Michael, you know, a campaign rally is not a press conference. Do you mind if I cut in? I mean, you know, a campaign rally is not a press conference. Why hasn't she had a press conference? She's the vice president. She can handle the questions. Why not do it?
We absolutely are going to do it. You hear her take questions as she's out on the stump. And she said last week, we're going to be having a sit-down interview here before the end of the month. What she's going to be focused on and what this campaign is going to be focused on is communicating directly with the voters that are actually going to decide the pathway to 270 electoral votes. That's why she
can commit to a press conference this week?
This past week. That's why we're doing a bus tour in Pennsylvania as we head into Chicago. And it's why we'll sit down for an interview before the end of the month to make sure that we can have a deep dive conversation about the vision that Kamala Harris has for where she wants to take this country and the contrast that we're going to have with Donald Trump. We're going to have plenty of opportunities to do that throughout the rest of
but one interview by the end of the month.
This month and throughout the rest of the campaign.
I don't want to, belabor this, but one interview before the end of the month. I mean, that's not a lot. I mean, can you commit to a press conference before the end of the month?
We will commit to directly engage with the voters that are actually going to decide this election. And that is going to be complete with.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. That's your lesser evil. That's the person that you are dogging out black men for. That's the candidate. That's the candidate you're dogging black men out online for. It's probably some women giving their husbands a cold shoulder right now. Not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot. Because I think a lot of black women woke up. I think they're awake. I do. I think they're aware of what's going on. They see it. They can tell it's a difference. They're not even holding Kamala to the same criteria they held Joe Biden. I mean, Joe Biden is 79, 78 years old. And we were folding his feet to the fire. Kamala's 20 years younger. 22, 23 years younger than him. And we're not holding her feet to the fire for the same shit. And you want to tell me that that she is the lesser evil? I don't know, man. She's getting treated like she is Napoleon. So let me get this right. If it was a white person running, if it was Amy Klobuchar, it's fine. I'm fine to question her. I'm fine to say, where my damn debates at? I'm fine to say, why didn't you run? Why is this a handoff? Why is Biden able to pass you the nomination like a football? I don't know. DNC had a football team. When the Democrats get a football team? What's it called? The sellout bills? The dollar bills? The $100 bills? When the Democratic Party get a football team? I didn't know that. Why is Joe Biden passing you the ball, the nomination, like it's football? I'm trying to understand. I didn't know he was a quarterback. When did he become a quarterback? When he lobs you in that. What's the alley-oop? Kobe the Shaq? What is going on here? I'm going back in time. What's happening? You mean to tell me a person? So if it was Amy Klobuchar, if it was Hillary Clinton, if it was insert name of anybody, if it was Gretchen Whitmer, if it was any white woman, any white guy, it'd be cool, right? I'd be able to ask. Hell, you think if it was Obama, I wouldn't be asking, where's the press conference? You think if Obama was, I did question Obama. I was like, where's Obama? What you gonna do for black people, Obama? By the time we got to 2012, I was like, hey, man, this guy is garbage. That's what Kamala is. No one knew what Obama was about. We already know what Kamala's about. She been in VP and she been a senator and an attorney general. We saw her run in 2020. She can't sneak up on us. See, that's the difference. There's a lot of people, man. I'm pretty soon I'm gonna be in this. I'm gonna be doing this live stream with some folks for BlackHistory.org, right? And we have a good time, right? We're gonna have a good time, and I already know there's gonna be some debates in there. See, the problem is, the difference is, we didn't know with Obama. We legitimately were thrown off because the guy didn't have a record. Kamala has a record. She has a record. She ran in 2020. We saw her platform. Now her platform ain't the same. We need explanations. And we got people legitimately saying, like, out of their face saying, that was 5 years ago. People change. Explain yourself. Explain yourself to all of us. We all want to know. We want to know. White America, you have a right to know too. Don't let them punk you into that asking this shit. It's your country too. Yeah, my people build it for free against our will. But do you live here? There's somebody punk you out of asking hard questions. Nah, man. I don't know what some of the costs are like here. I don't want to belabor the point, but belabor the point. See, it's a bunch of biased bullshit. If that was Donald Trump and Donald Trump wasn't giving press conferences, he wasn't answering questions, they'd be tearing his ass up right now. But since it's Kamala, look, you guys, could you fit in a press conference or two, maybe? Because if you're not too busy, we could just write down questions and you could just send them back to us. What kind of garbage is this? So that's what I'm saying, man. This is dangerous. It's dangerous to have somebody in power that you are afraid to check because you have all this social pressure beating down on you and all this. And I don't even know what's going on. You know, part of me, when I'm ridiculing, when I am eviscerating D.L. Hughley or Ricky Smiley, part of me is thinking maybe there's more going on than I know. I'm just going to put that out there. And the bad thing about it is they can never tell me the truth because they would have a non-disclosure agreement. But part of me wonders how much arm twist is going on in the DNC. When I am ripping into Leonard, Charlemagne the God, when I'm ripping into him, I am thinking also, hey, maybe Kamala's got a big stick, and maybe people are afraid to double cross her. Maybe people are afraid to challenge her because she has a long memory. The Hillarys were that way. The Clintons were that way. They had a list of traitors. They had a list of people who did not fall in line for them. A blacklist. They kept that on a big ass board. I covered it on this channel. Because they keep saying that Donald Trump is going to want revenge. Now, Hillary wanted revenge. Her and Bill wanted revenge. They kept a running list of everybody who decided to support Barack over Hillary. They had their names. Shit list. All I'm saying is, every once in a while, I do consider the possibility that some of the people that are falling in line for Kamala may not be doing so of their whole free will. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that are doing stuff, I gotta imagine, just for the money, just for the access, like Roland. I don't think nobody's threatening Roland. Roland been this way. I don't think Roland has ethics. Okay? I don't think he has ethics. But see, D.L. Hughley used to be a critic of Kamala Harris. He says he found the Lord. I don't know. Maybe he found a reason to get his mind right. So all I'm saying, guys, is just consider their point of view that possibly there may be a little bit more behind it. And it's not good. I'm not saying you're absolved. What it does is it indicts our system, and it indicts the Kamala team, okay? Team Harris. It indicts them for the activity itself. Why has she had such a high turnover in her office? We're just going to blame everybody that quit, huh? That's what we do. We blame everybody who leaves their office. We say that they're hard to work with. But the common denominator would be Kamala Harris. If everybody who's working there have over 90% turnover rate in her office, how is that not an indictment of her? Huh? But see, these are things they won't let you ask. Why is that not a running narrative? Oh, that's because we can only have one Hitler at a time, right? And the Hitler has to be Donald Trump. We can't have, what's the Asian woman who was selling all the money? I think it was in Japan or Taiwan. Where was it? I don't know. I forget her name, but I remember her story. So the bottom line is this. Evil has no gender. And don't tell me she's a lesser evil if I can't even question her. And she don't have to answer questions. And people that do ask questions are shut down and painted to be like Steve Ducey. Yeah. And a person saying, hey, I don't like her record. I don't like what she's done up to this point. What's she going to do later is going to change my mind. And people go, shut up. That's what she did. Shut up, Tim Black. That's what you did. You coon, you sell out. That's what they're saying, you know. That's the way that they do outreach. The outreach is something wrong with me. That's something wrong with the messaging. That's something wrong with the food. The food's fine. It's your taste buds that are shot, homie. Yeah, man, that's your fault. But you don't like Brussels sprouts dipped in mustard and jalapenos and sauerkraut? What? You don't like that, man? That's a delicacy. Man, something wrong with your taste buds, man. Why you come in my restaurant with those horrible taste buds? We know what we're doing here. Man, use that 3-year-old grease, man. Go ahead and put in 3-year-old grease in there. We replace our grease every 20 fry, every 20th fry. Yeah, it's good stuff. It gets more flavor in it that way. What you mean you don't like that? What you mean it tastes greasy? It's nasty. What are you talking about? Something's wrong with his taste buds. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. That's the Kamala Harris team. And that's not just her, because she don't say shit. She don't have to. She got a bunch of underlings running around saying it for her. Throwing themselves in harm's way. Bunch of suicide bombers. Kamala Harris like the Taliban, man. Like the Taliban. Got good people just throwing themselves in the harm's way over nothing. And when she loses, and I have a feeling she's gonna lose. I believe not enough people are gonna go to sleep. I believe enough people are paying attention. They're not gonna fall for this. I'm not certain, but I have a very good feeling this is not gonna work. And when it doesn't work, you know who will be blamed? Anybody who didn't buy her nonsense. Anybody who questioned, hey, what you gonna do? Hey, what you running on? Hey, why'd you change your stance? Hey, what's going on with this? Hey, what's going on with that? Hey, I don't like the way you handle this. Hey, what happened to the primaries? Hey, what happened to the nomination? Hey. They're gonna blame all those people. And at the end of the day, they're gonna say, black people, black men let black women down. Meanwhile, just because she went to HBCU don't mean she's a sister. But they don't care about that. They say, oh, she went to Howard. That means you have to, she blah, 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 whatever, man. If she is or not, that has nothing to do with what she's going to do for us. We can't fall into that. And to anybody watching, man, just recognize that. And I don't care if it's anybody, I don't care who it is. If you don't have policies if your policies aren't sound, if we don't believe that you're going to carry out, even if you got great policies, if we don't believe that you're going to carry out those policies, that you will stand on it with opposition, what's the point? Anybody can write shit down. Right? Anybody can say I do. How many people that said I do to somebody then went and cheated on them the next day? It happens all the time. So the ethics of a person, the integrity of a human being matters. And what I'm saying is, I'm not seeing that. It's not evident. We have these surrogates running around here trying to make excuses why she can't talk. She's talking on the stage. No, and damn well, they ain't got nothing to do with a sit-down interview. This is the protocol that all other candidates have to follow. But she don't have to follow it. Why? Because her name is Kamala Harris. See what I'm saying? That's the problem. Why everybody else got to follow the protocol? Why everybody else got to do the rules? And if they don't do the rules, they all suffer the consequences. Just dragging a 78-year-old man up and down. And I don't feel bad for him. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel bad for him. Compared to Joe Biden, she's spry. Why come she can't get the same treatment? Why come she can't be held to the same criteria? I know what it is. Americans, the problem is we have people that don't need anything from their government. Our government is run by people who don't need anything from the government. Our government is also reported on by a class of people who don't need anything from their government. And everything that they do need, they're getting by the way of checks and payments and salaries and perks. So that's the problem. So if you don't need anything to work for you, if everything's fine, if your ends are meeting, and everything's good and you're living well, very comfortable, why would you rock a boat? Last thing you want to do is rock the boat. You just want the boat to stay the way it's going. That's called status quo. So that's the problem, folks. Yeah, we got some racial problems, but we got some other problems. They're called economic problems. I want my people to be focused on economics. I want all of Americans to be focused on economics. Hell, I ain't got to tell the rest of America. For some reason, I got to keep telling Black America, focus on economics. Not everybody, because a lot of my people get it. But what I'm saying is there are other people who don't get it. Yeah, I don't like people calling this the N-word either, but you know what? Feels a lot better when I'm driving away in the Benz, when I got my kids in a great school, when my 401k is stacked up. Whatever, dog. Whole different story when your ends ain't mean no, ain't it? They want us to be everybody be cool with you, everybody be, and then you know what? Ain't no president gonna solve that anyway. Ain't no president gonna solve race relations. The next best thing, the more important thing, is economic relations. Hey, solve the economic relations. Yeah, let's do that. We'll worry about kumbaya later. Don't talk to me about the crime rate, because most of the crime is tied to economics. Not a lot of people break into grocery stores to steal food on a full stomach. Okay? All right, guys. I'm Tim Black. Real Tim Black, Facebook and Twitter, Instagram. Tim Black Show on TikTok. No, Tim Black Show on Instagram. I'm sorry. Tim Black Show. Follow me there. Let's go to the comment section. Anybody out there, did I say anything that resonated with anybody? I don't know. Black Mama's in the house. He gifted somebody a Tim Black TV membership, man.